Nala, you're the one. You're the one, try and understand it. Make some noise and make it clear. Oh. Welcome back to Every Disney Movie Ever. My name is Jess and I'm watching Every Disney Movie Ever. Today I'm going to be talking about African Cats. African Cats is a 2011 theatrical release. It is a Disney nature documentary about a pride of lions as well as Sita the cheetah and her 5 cubs. It is directed by Keith Scholey and Alastair Fothergill, cinematography by Sophie Darlington and Owen Newman, editing by Martin Elsbury, music by Nicholas Hooper, and it's written by Keith Scholey and John Truby. The American version is narrated by Samuel L. Jackson, while the European version is narrated by Patrick Stewart. A portion of the proceeds was donated to the African Wildlife Foundation in order to, with their effort to preserve Kenya's wildlife corridor. It was also filmed on the Masai Mara National Reserve, which is a major game region in southwestern Kenya. It is one of the few remaining places where lions, cheetahs, and leopards live in large numbers. They brought on Dr. Sarah Durant to help with accuracies. It has a 73% on Rotten Tomatoes. Consensus reads, "It isn't quite as majestic as its subjects, but African Cats boasts enough astound footage and a big enough heart to keep things entertaining." Absolutely stunning. When they said astound footage in that review, they weren't kidding. This is gorgeous. The shots of the cats, just the footage they captured, the wilderness shot, it's absolutely breathtaking. So stunning. We're jumping right to it. I mean, technically there was some writing, but we're just gonna jump right to the opinion section. My favorite part was probably Mara, the lion cub we kind of follow for the most of the film, getting reaccepted into the pride after taking a break after Kali has taken over the pride. That was really good and emotional for me, but not as emotional as my least favorite part, which is Layla passing away. I cried pretty good, actually, to this movie. I normally am not one to get, like, to the point of crying when watching a documentary. I definitely get emotional, especially, like, when they talk about how we're ruining the planet. They didn't do that in this, which was actually surprising. But we follow an older lioness named Layla, and she has one cub, and that cub is Mara. And Layla is like the queen lioness of the pride, kind of leads everybody, but she's a little old and she's had quite a few injuries. And injuries in a pride can really screw you because you can fall behind, and if you fall behind, you fall behind. They need to stick together to protect themselves. And Layla really did the most she could do. She hunted zebras while injured and got further injured while hunting the zebras. And then she hung back from the pride to heal, and Mara decided to stay with her instead of staying with the pride. And then they caught up to the pride, and then the pride was attacked by Kali and one of his sons, and Layla led the attack with the lionesses to deter Kali and his son, and they won, but she was further injured again. And so she works to build a stronger bond with her sister, so her sister will accept Mara as her own cub, so Layla can, like, pass on, basically, knowing that Mara is set up for success. And that's what happens, and oh man, the stuff they got of Layla where she, like, finally went off on her own and just, like, accepted. Ooh! And, like, Mara was accepted by her aunt and her cousins and, like, was still accepted in the pride and like, felt sad that her mom had, like, was looking for her mom for a bit. Oh my god, it was so sad. Oh, I could cry about it now. Oh my gosh. So that got me really good. And then when Kali comes back later with all 4 of his sons, they take over the pride, no problem. Fang is out of there. Wimpy Fang, the leader of that pride, was like, oh, I'm gone. That's 5 male lions. I can't do that. And the lionesses, you know, he takes over that pride, and basically all the cubs that were Fangs, like, have to leave. And one of those is Mara. And so Mara is like on her own for a while, and she never learned to hunt. So she's like trying to hunt, and she finally eventually succeeds after a long time. So then she tries to go and get reaccepted into the bride now that everything has settled down, and she's reaccepted, and that's the best part. I didn't want her to be alone. So after her mama passed away, that's so sad. Literally so sad. Okay. So yeah, I cried. Recommend? Yeah. I really liked this. I thought this was really good. Oh, on the flip side, Sita's storyline is so good too. Sita, she's that girl. Let me tell you. She was kicking tail. She lost 2 cubs, 2 hyenas, which was literally heart-shattering, but they kind of like glaze over it. They don't really like focus and milk it like they did Layla's stuff. I'm guessing because they didn't like catch the hyenas getting the 2 cubs, which would be really sad. Or they just didn't want to show that because that's really, really sad. So she had 5 cubs all on her own, and she raised them, and she lost 2 to hyenas. She did really well, though. It was in the middle of the night that she lost 2 to hyenas, but she had 3. And she brought the 3 up fully, and they all went on their own, and like she could be a proud mom. A good Sita lady. She's so good. So all the storylines in this were really, really good. I highly recommend watching this. I would definitely watch it again. Another part I really liked was 3 cheetah boys like came and were like bullying Sita and her 3 remaining cubs, and an elephant came and like interrupted it and like bullied the 3 bullies. It was amazing. I was like, the elephant has their back. That's amazing. So we're gonna have a parent death conversation. I'm pretty sure don't count the parent deaths in a documentary because it's all real, and that just feels yucky gross. But I feel like maybe in the past I have counted a parent death for animals, even if they were real. But I think that might have been in like the movies that are fictional but about real animals, like, you know, something like Chandar, the Leopard of Ceylon, or like the Dingaling Lynx one, or, you know, any of those. If they lost a parent, I've counted it in that movie, but it's not a full-blown documentary. So I'm pretty confident I don't count the parent deaths in a documentary. So with that, the parent death toll will stay the same. But if don't hold me to that. If I have counted for a documentary like this before, like if I did it for Earth, or I did it for the flamingos, which I don't think they focused on one particular flamingo, please tell me, and I'll be sure to go back and count Layla for sure. Because I don't want to, like, it feels weird to do that. They're real animals, just like I don't do it for real people in a documentary. That's gross. We're not going to count that. It's all about the fiction and stuff. So anyway, yeah. A funny moment is the first shot of ostriches appeared. It was just their faces, and Aubrey was with me, and he goes, "Geese!" He was kidding. He knew they were ostriches. But I was just so not expecting him to say that. I died laughing. We had to pause it. I couldn't breathe. It was really funny. Maybe it was a had to be there moment, but still. This was really good. I really enjoyed this. The flamingo one was good, but it was really dark. Like, it was really sad, the flamingo one. This one had sadness, for sure. I mean, I cried. But it was, oh my gosh, it was stunning. It was triumphant. I was more emotionally affected, I feel like, because I cried, so. And then Earth just made me so upset that humans are the worst when it comes to taking care of this planet. So this might be my favorite just for how emotionally affected I was. But I did love Earth. Earth was so beautiful. So, I don't know. They're all good. Who doesn't like a nature documentary? Okay? They're great. So, that's going to be it. My final rating is 8. Let's do lions, because there were definitely 8 lions. 8 lions out of 10. Our total movie count is... Our cry count is... Parent death toll is potentially still the same. Let me know if you think it needs to go up. Keep in mind, I am 5 weeks ahead. So by the time you're seeing this and telling me it needs to go up, there might be other movies that have gone up, and I'll just adjust the number for wherever I am. especially because we're getting more and more parent deaths. Yeah, so parent death toll. Did I do our total cry count is? Did I already do that? Whatever. If you want to keep up with Movie I'm Watching When, follow me on all socials. You'll find out Movie I'm Watching When. I put out videos every Monday and Friday and sometimes Wednesday. Join Patreon. I have a tier starting at just $1 where you get every video a week early, a coupon code for merch, exclusive merch access. Tiers above that, you get daily trivia, you could get monthly postcards, you could get merch, you could get signed merch, you could get bonus content. Just get, what are you doing? Go check it out. Buy merch. Merch is great, merch is great. This is the old school Pterodactyl. I have worn this in public, and people think it's COVID related. So yikes! Until next time, comment, like, and subscribe. But I'm not in charge of your life. You are, so you do and don't be interesting. I don't know. The hyenas, I guess, but like, they're all animals just trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? So there's no... Don't be humans ruining the planet about it. That's all she wrote. That's it. I'm done with it. Ba, 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 ba. How exciting. How exciting.